I am going to get started. So, because I know everyone's got a tight time schedule today, and I want to make sure that we all are able to enjoy each other's company and hear from all of our distinguished guests. So good morning, and I want to thank you all so much for joining us on the official launch of the New Jersey Cannabis Training Academy. This is a really big day, and we're going to have a big round of applause for that, aren't we? Woo! Yes, indeed. I really want to extend a special welcome to our designated guests. We have the Chief Technology Officer for the state of New Jersey, Chris Rhine. We have the new, yes, exactly. Without him, most of this would not have been possible. And his team. And the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commissioners, Diana Houenou and Sam Delgado. Whoa. Okay. Sam. And the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission Interim Executive Director, Chris Riggs, and Diversity Inclusion Director, Wesley McWhite. Okay, yay! Okay. And for those of you who may not recognize Chris, he's the one with the hat, and he came in. Okay, so he's here today. And we have Tai Cooper, who's the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, and she is the Community Development Officer. Tai. And I think former CRC Executive Director Jeff Brown is also here today. Do I see Jeff in the audience? Here he comes. Just as, and here he comes. Okay. Okay. All right. And we're doing this for everybody, Jeff, so really, it's really okay. And then we have officials from the governor's office. We have the Department of State. We have people from the Office of Information Technology, cannabis industry advocates, CTA instructors, honored guests, and all of you watching the live stream. So let's give another big round of applause for everyone that is here today. So I'm Melanie Willoughby, and I'm the Executive Director of the New Jersey Department of State's Business Action Center, where the Cannabis Training Academy is housed. Now, Jersey BAC serves as the state's liaison to the business community, and we are about providing answers and advocacy and connections for businesses of all sizes. For nearly 40 years, we have been guiding entrepreneurs to learn about resources, from business registration to financial programs, from regulatory compliance to property selection, from workforce training to downtown planning, and today we officially added cannabis education and technical assistance program. I love this audience. This is a phenomenal audience. So in a moment, I'm going to turn the program over to Penny Wild, who is really the brains behind this operation. But first, let me give you a little bit of background about her. So when someone builds a home, they typically hire an architect. And that's what we got with Penny. That person is responsible for shaping the vision and drawing up the plans, from concept to completion. So when it comes to the Cannabis Training Academy, Penny Wild, NJ BAC's Deputy Executive Director, is that architect. I was there at the beginning with Penny when we came up with a concept to assist new cannabis entrepreneurs, because that's what we do at the BAC. We help small businesses get started. And she ran with it, building a startup inside of state government. How unheard of is that? From the onset, we knew we wanted a virtual academy with New Jersey cannabis experts that had direct experience in the industry and applications. And what I didn't know was that Penny had worked in the world of online learning, education, and training for adults, course delivery, and served as a coach to online programs. She brought all of these skills with her as well as a background in government and public affairs to navigate working with other state agencies and procurement from design to delivery. She has been the driving force behind the CTA, what it is with the support and dedication of her team, Tauhid Chappell, Anna Rivera, Precious Osari, Bionda Rizivani, Jessica Gonzalez, Kelly Wyman, and Sarah Lonberg. And of course, our amazing team at the NJBAC. So please join me in welcoming Penny Wild. Okay. You're welcome here.
Thank you, Melanie. So I think we should give Melanie a round of applause for her vision to house the Cannabis Training Academy, her commitment to businesses, and providing greater economic opportunities. She has been leading key initiatives in New Jersey and supporting business throughout New Jersey for the last 40 years. And we appreciate her leadership. So, Melanie. If I can get through this without crying, it'll be all good. This is a once-in-a-lifetime project and a heartfelt labor of love. And so many of you here today made it possible. Otherwise, it wouldn't be happening. So welcome to all of you distinguished guests here in person and on the live stream. In a moment, you're going to hear from some of the key individuals that have been with us from the start of this project, whose support and engagement in building this are making today possible. And before you meet these amazing people, I want to give you an overview of the Cannabis Training Academy. We started planning this technical assistance program in early 2022, and our goal from the start was to provide a workable, online, no-cost program that's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to New Jersey residents aged 21 and above who are interested in obtaining an adult-use cannabis license in the Garden State. The blueprint for this from the beginning is that the online academy would be accessible 24 hours a day with no barriers to entry and no cohorts. There would be live Q&As and program support coaches to guide students beyond just watching videos, PowerPoints, and taking quizzes. This academy had to have easy access. Imagine somebody who wakes up at 3 a.m. with a dream to get into this industry. The goal is that they simply log on from their phone, they register, and they get started learning immediately what they need to know to make the best decision for themselves. And that's what all of you were able to help us create. From the moment he signed into law the adult use recreational cannabis for New Jersey, Governor Murphy's intent has been and still is to ensure that the cannabis industry in New Jersey remains inclusive, diverse, and equitable. Qualified students from impact zones who attest that they live in, are going to locate their business in, or hire from impact zones will have access to levels 4 through 10 in the academy as they work their way through the license application and opportunities to join live Q&A sessions along the way. We just thought it was really important they talk to a human. Sometimes that's the best way to get your questions answered. So students are going to learn how to fill out complex applications, approach municipal approvals, write a business plan, write standard operating procedures, dear Lord, those standard operating procedures, and learn about the type of insurance so their bases are covered. As Melanie mentions, this program underscores NJBAC's commitment to help entrepreneurs and small businesses navigate the complexities, the headaches, and the opportunities of starting and operating a business in a highly regulated industry. We at the BAC believe also that one of the most important decisions somebody can make when they're thinking of starting a business is to know as much as they can to decide whether it's right for them to start that business. And that's why we've made the first 3 levels available to the general public, to give people an understanding of the history of cannabis, why social equity is so important, what it really takes to get into this. And if after you've completed those first 3 levels and you still want to apply for a license, you'll be much better informed about the process and whether it's a path for you. The program is designed to help applicants in other phases of their license application also. Conditional license holders will learn the next critical steps they need to take as they progress toward obtaining an annual license. Annual license holders will see direct benefits not only in relearning some of this critical information, but also to encourage their employees to understand what it took for them to get there and how important it is to follow the law and the rules, the regulations. And government officials will find a deeper appreciation and understanding of just how hard it is, what it takes to obtain a license and maintain it, while not being able to operate like any other business at all in New Jersey or the country. This educational program, which is funded by the taxes collected on cannabis sales in the state, has something to offer for everyone to be better informed about this newly emerging cannabis industry as business owners, whether plant touching or not, as ancillary businesses, and for advocates who want to learn more. We'll provide updates as the market changes, as the rules change, the laws change, and we'll do that through webinars. We appreciate the opportunity to provide this academy to new cannabis entrepreneurs, to guide them to the information and potentially save tens of thousands of dollars, and give them the peace of mind that they are on the right track when it comes to completing their application. I want to introduce our first distinguished guest speaker. She is no stranger to startups in state government or taking on big challenges. As chairwoman of the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission, NJCRC Commissioner Diana Houenou has been at the center of launching the state's adult use market and making good on the promise of a fair and equitable industry. Prior to being named NJCRC chairwoman, she served as senior policy advisor and associate counsel in Governor Murphy's administration. And before joining state government, Commissioner Houenou was policy counsel at the American Civil Liberties Union of New Jersey, where she developed legislative-focused strategies for ACLU New Jersey advocacy and campaigns. And as part of that, she led the organization's coalitions for advocating for cannabis legalization. Now, despite everything on her plate, the challenges of standing up a brand new agency, overseeing development of all these policies and rules, she took the time to come to our offices and meet with us personally early on to really talk about this and provide advice, ideas, and guidance from the moment we started. And we thank you for taking the time to do that. So please welcome NJCRC Commissioner and Chairwoman Diana Houenou.
Thank you, and good morning to you all. When we talk about the biggest barriers for cannabis entrepreneurs, understanding the ins and outs of standing up a new business is consistently named as one of the most challenging hurdles to overcome. And today's launch of the New Jersey Cannabis Training Academy marks an important step forward in making that challenge a little less daunting for our aspiring cannabis entrepreneurs. Congratulations to Melanie Willoughby, Penny Wild, Tauhid Chappell, and all of the consultants and instructors on making the Cannabis Training Academy happen. It is a remarkable achievement, and I really want you to take pride in that. I know you do. We all should. Offering this technical assistance program is yet another testament to how New Jersey prioritizes equity in the cannabis industry. And congratulations to the countless students who will now begin their journey through the CTA. You can be sure that the Academy offers comprehensive lessons that covers developing a business plan, understanding the different types of business structures, and how to understand the Cannabis Regulatory Commission's rules for businesses. Now, even before the adult use cannabis market opened up, the Business Action Center has been an enthusiastic partner in assisting people hoping to participate in New Jersey's cannabis market. In 2021, I reached out to Melanie Willoughby to see if she'd be interested in establishing an interagency working group to explore options for effective solutions to providing comprehensive business development support for individuals who wanted to establish a cannabis business, but maybe don't have a lot of experience in entrepreneurship or working in the formal economy. And without hesitation, Melanie said yes and rallied her team to make solutions available. First came the Cannabis-Focused Business Navigator tool, a useful resource to introduce potential business owners to the application process. And now, here, we're celebrating the launch of the Cannabis Training Academy. I also want to thank my Vice Chair, Sam Delgado, and staff members Chris Riggs, Wesley McWhite, Meglin Tagliaferri, Tony Ann Blake, and Paul Urbish, who all worked with the BAC to review training materials and ensure the Academy is a strong resource for current and future business owners. And I can't forget our former CRC staff leadership, former Executive Director Jeff Brown, former Deputy Executive Director Kelly Anderson, who also worked tirelessly while they were at the Cannabis Regulatory Commission to help advance this goal. Being an entrepreneur in any industry has its challenges, but starting a cannabis business faces unique hurdles, especially for people who have the drive and the vision for their business, but could use some technical support to build the skills and the business acumen it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. We at the Cannabis Regulatory Commission see the hopes and dreams of those cannabis entrepreneurs every day, and we applaud every step that brings us towards making some of those dreams come true, including the New Jersey Economic Development Authority's launch of their grant program that served dozens of entrepreneurs with some life-changing financial support and access to capital. And now today we have a technical assistance program that can help those entrepreneurs immediately. So we look forward to seeing the first cohort of the Academy benefit from this incredible resource and apply their learning to create a successful cannabis business here in New Jersey. We can't wait to see you reach your dreams, and the NJCRC, the Business Action Center, and the Cannabis Training Academy are all here to support you along the way. Thank you, and I'll turn it over to our Honorable Vice Chair of the Cannabis Regulatory Commission, Sam Delgado.
Thank you, Chairwoman Houenou, and thank you for your advice on my talk this morning. You know, the Chairwoman told me to stand tall to be seen, speak loud to be heard, and to keep it short to be liked. So I would like to extend my congratulations to the team at the New Jersey Business Action Center, Melanie Willoughby, Penny Weil. Penny, 20 years ago we were working on literacy programs, and here we are working on cannabis. Who would have thought? Tauhid Chappell. Oh, there you go. And for organizing this important program, for providing valuable education content that we see today. This initiative is especially geared towards those applying for licenses, including social equity applicants, legacy operators, and diversely owned businesses. As this is a brand new industry, New Jersey is actively navigating the cannabis market. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There really is. Regulations change on an annual basis, and statutes are very difficult to interpret. For many individuals unfamiliar with legal terminologies or application processes, this program will be instrumental in helping you overcome compliance challenges without relying heavily on costly professional service providers. And I think that's really key. I believe this program will serve as a crucial resource for empowering prospective entrepreneurs. It will equip them to make informed decisions about their businesses, fostering growth of locally owned cannabis ventures right here in the Garden State. So best of luck. Thank you very much. With that, I'd like to turn this over to our interim executive director, Mr. Chris Riggs.
Thank you, Vice Chair Delgado, and thank you to everybody that's here today supporting this important milestone for the state of New Jersey. There are so many people to acknowledge here today, and I know that Melanie did a great job doing that, but I want to continue to acknowledge all those folks: Chairwoman Houenou, Vice Chair Delgado, former Executive Director Jeff Brown, former Deputy Executive Director Kelly Anderson-Thomas, our Communications Director Tony M. Blake, Wesley McWhite, our Office of Diversity and Inclusion, New Jersey Economic Development Authority. Everybody's been great partners in making sure that we got to the finish line with this project, and we need to continue to collaborate in the state of New Jersey because this is truly a milestone for the industry. Congratulations to Melanie, Penny, and Tauhid. This is a great day for you and your entire team. You've accomplished a tremendous feat of creating a comprehensive and educational platform for potential cannabis operators and cannabis industry employees. As the acting executive director of the commission, I'm very excited to be here for the launch of this training academy. It was a long time coming, and I'm glad to be here today. Since the establishment of the commission, we've been committed to supporting state-sponsored technical resources. We view the academy as directly in support of our mission and our legislative mandate to promote diversity and inclusion in the cannabis industry. Wesley, it's directly with your legislative mandate, and it's an important thing for the industry, and we're very proud of it. Far too often, the people who have been most negatively impacted by the prohibition of cannabis are the people who are kept out of this billion-dollar industry by the lack of resources. For many potential cannabineurs, having a no-cost access to business operations, knowing how to get through the license application process, having a thorough understanding of the law, having an on-the-ground business perspective from all the various instructors, and having industry mentorship from the instructors will provide a pathway to success in this growing market. It's a tremendous benefit for the Cannabis Regulatory Commission, too, because having better educated applicants make for a smoother application process. There's more of a thorough understanding in the industry that helps these entrepreneurs determine if and when they are best suited to participate in this market. There's a practical view of operating cannabis business that helps business owners acquire financial support and a plan for success. So kudos to you guys for starting this technical assistance program, because it is, first of its kind, best in the nation, and every time we go somewhere as the Cannabis Regulatory Commission, we are asked, how does New Jersey do it? So it's very exciting. The Cannabis Regulatory Commission stands ready to support the Business Action Center and the Cannabis Training Academy as we continue to build a safe, equitable, successful cannabis market in the Garden State. So congratulations on the launch today. Thanks for inviting me and my staff to speak, and we're looking forward to continue to work with you.
Thank you. So I just wanted to go back and just loop back with Sam. Sam called us when we first started thinking about this, and he said, listen, he said, I just want to make sure that you guys do right by these applicants. So that's how, so with that in our heart, that's what we were able to create. And then just the CRC for a sec, I really just want to also thank Jeff Brown, because it was all your support, your leadership, and your steadfast commitment to make sure that licensees get the application support that they need and the knowledge, and especially to avoid predatory practices out there. And, we know that people have suffered from that, and it was incredibly helpful helping us get this set up. And then Chris, as successor, we're just so glad that you've been with us, bringing it over the finish line, having staff look at everything, make sure that it was on point, tracked with the regs, and your diligence, your heart, and your sense of humor, and your attention to detail. We appreciate it all. So thank you. So it's well known that one of the biggest hurdles facing cannabis entrepreneurs everywhere, including New Jersey, is access to capital. And NJBAC is proud to partner with the New Jersey Economic Development Authority on nearly all of its initiatives. They award the money, and together we go out and tell everyone about their programs and how to navigate them. And Tai Cooper is NJEDA's Chief Community Development Officer. Together with EDA Chairman Tim Sullivan, Tai jumped in to figure out how the state would be able to fund adult use cannabis applicants and licensees. And she and her team, including Jenna Jones and Diana Rogers, held listening sessions around the state to really dive into the issues, to hear from applicants, people that wanted to get into this business. She wanted to know what was going on, and she invited us to be part of that tour. And she advocated for the CTA lessons to be available in Spanish, which is being done. And the NJEDA's commitment led to a $20 million pilot program to support new cannabis businesses for startup and operational costs. Please welcome NJEDA Chief Community Development Officer, Tai Cooper.
I was going to say this is the first time I don't have to lower a microphone, but I'm lying. So first of all, congratulations, NJ Back and the Cannabis Training Academy. Give yourselves a round of applause. I feel like we've all been in the trenches together, and every time anybody said no, we found a way to say yes. And congratulations to the people that make it possible to say yes, to your Melanies, to your Pennies, to your Tauhids, to the governor's office, to CRC, from Diana, Sam, Wesley, and Chris. When they said no, we found a way to make it into a yes. I am so incredibly proud of the work that we have done, and it truly is about collaboration and partnership. And Penny said the number, but y'all didn't applaud, so I got to say it again. With the help of NJ Back, CRC, and the governor's office, we have awarded over $20 million. It's a drop in the bucket because we need more, but over $20 million to over 90 cannabis businesses. And I saw James in here. I know there are other folks here that also were recipients of our awards, but this is life-changing money. And the reason I talk about that is because when we first started this journey, we were thinking about like 20,000, 10,000, 5,000. NJ Back laughed, CRC laughed, we laughed, but we were able to raise the money to $150,000 and $250,000 respectively per business owner, the highest in the nation. And we did that intentionally because we understood the barriers. And one of the reasons we understood the barriers is by listening. Listening to what CRC was saying, listening to what Melanie and Penny were banging against the doors saying, listening to what Wesley was saying about equity, and we met the goal, we met the deadline. So we have a long way to go, so much work to do, but I will say this, the work is not easy, but it's so incredibly rewarding, and our goal is to make New Jersey the most equitable and diverse state to learn about, to grow, to buy, to smoke, and to sell cannabis. Congratulations to the Cannabis Training Academy. Penny, I think you're coming back up.
Thanks, Ty. How about that money? So, Wesley McWhite III is NJCRC's inaugural director of the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. From the moment he said yes to his position, he was already thinking about how to bring a technical assistance program to adult use applicants. In his role, Wesley builds relationships with New Jersey's unrepresented and underrepresented communities to facilitate their participation in the state's cannabis industry, whether as businesses or as patients. He's responsible for building policies, practices, and procedures that promote and maintain fairness, equity, diversity in all parts of the agency's work. His career is dedicated to serving vulnerable communities and advocating for equity and fairness. We're really fortunate to call him our friend in creating this. He and his team, Glenn and Nana, have supported us week after week on so many phone calls building out this academy. Introducing us to industry leaders and advocating for applicants and licensees to have access to no-cost education as they navigate the application, the industry, opening their facility, and standing up their business. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming NJCRC's Director of Diversity and Inclusion, Wesley McWhite.
Me and Penny are the tears of the cannabis industry. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Y'all all right? You know I had to cut up just a little bit. All right, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Okay. Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to join you today to celebrate the soft launch of the New Jersey Business Action Center's Cannabis Training Academy. This is an exciting milestone, not just for the Academy, but for New Jersey's evolving cannabis industry as a whole. The Cannabis Training Academy is more than just an educational initiative. It's a gateway to opportunity. By centering equity, education, and economic inclusivity, this program reflects the values we must uphold as we grow this industry from the ground up. Through accessible training, the Academy will help level the playing field, ensuring that communities of that have been disproportionately impacted by past cannabis policies have a real seat at the table. And it will provide individuals with the tools and the knowledge and the support they need to enter the industry with confidence, whether it's entrepreneurs, employees, or advocates. This initiative is also a crucial investment in the future of New Jersey's economy. By fostering new talent and opening doors for diverse businesses, we are creating pathways to meaningful careers and building a more inclusive marketplace. The ripple effects will benefit not only the cannabis sector, but our communities at large. So I just want to take a few moments before I sit down to thank a few individuals who helped us get here. First, thank you to Governor Murphy, the Murphy administration, and their staff for their incredible support of New Jersey CTA, even when we had to pull their arms a little bit. They've been really incredible supporting this thing and challenging all of us really to make it better and perfect it before launch. Thank you to former Executive Director Jeff Brown and former Deputy Executive Director Kelly Anderson Thomas for their commitment and support of this program from the very beginning. I think Kelly introduced me to Penny, and it was off to the races for them. So Jeff and Kelly helped us put the engine in the car, and Chris helped us speed this thing across the finish line. So our acting Executive Director, Chris Riggs. I want to acknowledge and thank Chairwoman Houenou and Vice Chair Delgado, particularly for their vision, right, and the legacy that they're building here around interagency collaboration. I think the very first email Diana sent me, even before I started, she was emailing me. Thank you. It was a list of interagency work groups, and through those we were able to see some incredible work being done, particularly here with New Jersey Cannabis, NJCTA, and with Tai Cooper over at NJEDA, and we're going to continue to build in the work. So thank you both for that vision. Thank you to all of our commissioners, really, who have been dedicated to seeing this also across the finish line. Special thank you to the Executive Director of the New Jersey Business Action Center, Melanie, who we brought an eclectic group of individuals to her on Zoom, and it was off to the races then, right? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. She placed her unwavering support behind the vision for NJCTA, and she never looked back. Thank you to Deputy Executive Director Penny Wild, my friend, for her incredible work from the beginning in this. I think my very first outside agency meetings were with Penny and with Tai. So thank you both for being with us in all of this. Thank you to the Executive Director of the NJCTA, Tauhid Chappell, and his entire team for making this possible. All of the mentors, all of the staff members who have been on all those calls with us, thank you. Thank you to Jess Gonzalez also and her team for helping put this together. And really, last but not least, thank you to the team at NJCRC for their hard work and dedication, not just to seeing the NJCTA off the ground, but the incredible work that you do for the agency and the industry. That is Director of Licensing, Megan Tagliaferri, Director of Compliance and Investigations, Paul Urbish, and Director of Communications, Tony Ann Blake. And this really, last but not least, the Office of Diversity and Inclusions, Nana and Ponsa and Glenn Walker. Really give it up for them. Really. Because they have to put up with me every day, and it's not easy. I really do want to sit down on this one. Seriously, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the legacy community and legacy advocates and pioneers in this room and outside this room. For too long, members of disproportionately impacted communities and pioneers in the cannabis space have been left out of not just the industry, but even conversations about the cannabis industry, about our rules, about our regulations, and our licensing. A few years ago, we first met, January of 2022, to gather suggestions from folks that are from the legacy space. This small group of folks gave us some serious policy suggestions, and the first and most important was education. And so through those crucial conversations, the vision of the New Jersey CTA was birthed. So thank you to the rapper Redman, Corvain Cooper, Kareem Biggs Burks, Alfonso Tucky Blunts, Safita Artiste, Shice Bubs, Phil Charles, Branson, DC Scrogger, a favorite at CRC, David Hernandez, Vladimir Bautista, Shirali Patel, and certainly, Dr. Leo Bridgewater. Who were all a part of these very crucial and early conversations, and a huge reason and a major reason why we are here. So congratulations again to the Business Action Center for leading the way in this effort. I look forward to seeing the incredible impact this academy will have in shaping a fair, more knowledgeable, and economically vibrant cannabis industry. And thank you and best wishes for the success of this important program.
That was such a great segue, because if we listed everyone who has helped make this project a reality, it would be as long as the end credits when you go to the movies. And it's always dangerous to provide a partial list, and there are some people that are here today and on the live stream that I just want to recognize. First of all, our Office of Information Technology, OIT. These people are the unsung heroes in state government. They are setting up systems across state agencies to allow important initiatives and projects to take place and make them accessible. The state's Chief Technology Officer, Chris Ryan. Vernon Spencer. Krishna, Raju, Julie, Lara, Lisa, Bionda, and countless others who work behind the scenes, again, on so many phone calls and Zooms and Teams. It's great to see you from, beyond the screen. So everybody was so busy writing code, making configurations, learning new programs. We thank you for your tireless work on behalf of the Cannabis Training Academy. Thank you so much. Next up, there are so many people across state agencies from the governor's office. John Butler, Lee Kelsey, Jamira, so many others, and the lieutenant governor's office, the Secretary of State, the CRC, the NJEDA, and our entire New Jersey Business Action Center team. Thank you so much for your patience. They often wondered, what the heck is it that we're building? Why can't we do all these other things? And wow, we can't wait to support the people that are out there in the field. In the Business Action Center, we have business advocates that help people to be able to find property, expand their businesses. We have an export promotion office. They are ready to help anybody who's got everything from rolling papers to paraphernalia, figure out how to get them exported around the world. And we have our 1-800 chat and the team of small business advocates, planning, and Cannabis Training Academy, so all of them. And then our administrative team at the Department of State, George, Andrew, Kristen, Corey, Dana, Caroline, for all your help navigating state technology, procurement, and paperwork. It's a lot. So all the individuals, too, and organizations that welcomed us into their world. Cannademics, the New Jersey Cannabis Association, Cannabis Insider, New Jersey State Bar Association's Cannabis Group, the Real Cannabis Entrepreneur, New Jersey Association of CPAs. CPAs are amazing that know that cannabis world. The African American Chamber of Commerce, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Minorities for Medical Marijuana, the Justice Foundation, Stockton University, Rowan, Jersey City College, the Minority Cannabis Business Association, UFCW. It keeps going. And the Cannabis Business Pioneers, those who walked the State House to create this industry and to shape recreational cannabis industry in New Jersey. Jessica Gonzalez. We can give her a shout out on the live stream. She wasn't able to join us today. She asked that we do this all again in January. Leo Bridgewater. Bill Caruso, and so many others. Like Wesley mentioned, D.C. Scrogger, Redman, Tucky Blunt, Safita, who around the country are also joining us on live stream. And those who've applied and been awarded licenses and have or are about to open their doors. It kind of seems like we've been on a parallel track with the licensees because we thought it was going to go a lot faster too. So whether it's a cannabis academy or a business, it takes time, and there are a lot of details along the way, and what we hope to do is provide you with essential support along your journey. To our incredible curriculum content and systems team, Jessica Gonzalez, Kelly Wyman, and Sarah Lawnberg, your attention to detail, your expertise in the field of cannabis in New Jersey, around the country, and now internationally, has made this content and this program what we are told is a model for technical assistance programs. We are told that the state-sponsored Cannabis Academy is the first of its kind in the country. Built in New Jersey, by New Jersey, for New Jersey residents to grow, thrive, and succeed in the state of New Jersey. Which brings me to the leadership of this academy. When we started looking for the inaugural cannabis training director, executive director, we knew we wanted somebody with experience and knowledge of the cannabis industry. We wanted someone with a passion for the industry and a commitment to equity and fairness. This position demanded somebody who really understood the history of cannabis prohibition and the critical importance of social equity and social justice. They needed to understand the backdrop of the war on drugs and wanted to right the wrongs and attempt to turn around the impact of harmful policies on populations, in particular Black, Brown, Indigenous families, and countless others. This person would need to be committed to creating economic opportunities and the promise of entrepreneurship to new entrepreneurs in the New Jersey cannabis adult use market. Enter Tauhid Chappell, the inaugural executive director of NJ Back's Cannabis Training Academy. With 15 years of cannabis experience, he's a medical marijuana patient who's lived in, studied the cannabis laws and regulations of more than a half dozen states and cities in the United States. He's covered parts of the cannabis equity movements in the cannabis industry as a journalist for the Washington Post and the Philadelphia Inquirer. He's worked behind the counter in the industry as a bud tender for the second dispensary to open in Philadelphia. And he also serves as adjunct professor at Thomas Jefferson, teaching the country's first graduate-level class that focuses on the impacts and outcomes of cannabis equity movements across the country. When he joined NJ Back a little over a year ago, he jumped into the deep end, quickly navigated all of the moving parts, and started doing his Tauhid thing, making it happen. His deep background and great skills as a journalist, producer, and industry advocate have brought this academy over the finish line. He's brought our team together, Anna Rivera as administrator, Precious Osagi-Ores as instructor, mentor, coordinator, and led the tech team, our content creators and designers, so you have all you need to get through the Cannabis Training Academy. I could wax on, and we'll cut it short by saying a huge thank you and my endless gratitude to NJ Back's Cannabis Training Executive Director, Tauhid Chappell.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Wow, welcome to this historic moment. It's been a long time coming. I'm extremely excited to show New Jersey, and really the entire world, what we've been working on since I was hired last year on Juneteenth. This team of more than 24 people, including our instructors, have been diligently working to bring the Garden State arguably the most comprehensive cannabis technical assistance program ever created. Now, you heard a little bit about my background, about how I teach at Thomas Jefferson University, and how we look at the impacts and outcomes of equity movements across the country. A major theme across all of these movements, from California to Illinois to New York, is that education is the fundamental basis to which positive and impactful change grows from. If we want to be and want to see an equitable cannabis industry, we have to be educated about the realities of how hard it is to get a license, how much it takes to maintain and sustain a license, and how we ultimately utilize the hard-earned tax revenue generated by the operators and workers involved in this industry. In all of my examination and analysis of different markets, and I may be biased here, New Jersey has put the most effort, the most time, and the most resources, and has brought some of the best experts from around the country to center education around the cannabis industry. This level of dedication and support makes the Cannabis Training Academy, in my eyes, the best program to exist. Truly, thank you to really everyone in this room and everyone who's watching on the live stream for supporting this mission and helping us cross the finish line to get here. We're not done yet, as this program will evolve and ultimately continue to expand, but I'm excited that we've made it to this point. Now, about this program. You've heard some backstory of how this program came to exist, but let me underline how thorough, how intentional, how dedicated, and how serious we are about this technical assistance program and why it's the best out there. After 5 months of deep engagement in 2023, the Cannabis Training Academy selected its initial cohort of 28 Cannabis Training Academy instructors to help build out all of the instructional course materials for the public. Most of these instructors have won a license, have worked on a team that have won licenses, consulted for winning licensees, or are validated subject matter experts of the cannabis industry and licensing process. The journey to get to this point was a long, thorough vetting process. When we did the call out for instructors, we got 250 applications, 250. And over the course of 4 months, we whittled that 250 pool to 25 people. So 10% were selected. We put thousands of hours of looking and vetting, of interviewing people to make sure that we brought New Jersey the best of the best. With this team of experts selected, we've worked to create this initial package of content ready for the public. As mentioned, we're launching the first 5 levels today, and those 5 levels include 27 courses, 38 instructor videos, more than 8 hours of video content, more than a dozen packets of supplementary texts pertaining to each course with text scripts and audio files associated with each video. And between just levels 1 through 5, we have combined 200 pages of course scripts that people can read. And that's just first 5 levels. We have 10 full levels coming. And on top of that, like Penny had mentioned, this is all going to be translated in Spanish, the first of its kind being offered in full Spanish, never before seen. And to wrap this up, because I know we're keeping a tight time, Penny. Again, this technical assistance program, in my view, is the most comprehensive program out there. It's only open to any New Jersey resident ages 21 years and older. It's go at your own pace, at your own time, online, accessible, 24 hours a day, 365 days a week, and it's at no cost to the public. Right. Folks, I can't stress this enough. This has never been done before in the country. Our program is the first of its kind. We really do hope to be the model for every state, every government, inside and outside the United States, to look at us and say, this is the gold standard of education. So with all that bragging, I'm excited to launch this historic first here in New Jersey, and I look forward to having the NJCTA be the gold standard and leader when it comes to educating and informing the public on all things cannabis. Thank you again, Melanie. Thank you again, Penny. Shout out to my team, Precious and Anna and Beyonda. Shout out to the instructors. Thank you, Jessica Gonzalez, I know you're watching, Kelly Wyman, Sarah Lawnberg, OIT, Opinium. It has been a long time coming. I'm excited to see this launched. Be sure to head to the njcta.gov to register as a student and get ready to learn a whole lot. Thank you.
I'd like all of the speakers to come up, and Melanie and Tauhid, and we're going to cut the ribbon in person for this virtual Cannabis Training Academy. Okay, bring it back over here. Yeah. Okay, Melanie, come on down. All right. You and Tauhid.
Making a lot of noise.
All right.
Okay, the mic's not picking it up.
And Marielle, if you wanted to set us up. There we go. Cannabis Trading Academy is open.
Any other announcements?